Hey everybody and welcome back. I'm Fox with FoxeoGames. Thanks for joining me. This is Demon's Souls, The Red Pill, Episode 5. We're going to continue our discussion from last time of boundaries, since we didn't actually get too much of a discussion. A lot of the focus was on the game. We leveled up right after completing the first segment of the Valley of Defilement, one of my least favorite areas in any Souls game, to be honest. Not my most hated, but least favorite, if that makes any sense. Oh, that's good. Today's drink of choice is hot black coffee. I had it earlier this morning while eating my morning steel cut oatmeal. And I took the leftovers and reheated it in the microwave. It's still pretty good. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell it's been reheated in the microwave. It's not ideal, guys. Coffee reheated is never ideal. But you know what? It's better than no coffee at all. Or, as our friends in the UK like to say, it's better than no coffee at all. It's black. It's hot. It's like your best friend from high school. That didn't make any sense. It really didn't. Guys, we are calling this the Red Pill because it's all about the Red Pill movement in terms of the manosphere, masculinity, dating, interacting with women, and setting up your own life. No, the idea of the Red Pill, really, it's sort of approached from the perspective of dating and interacting with women and intergender dynamics, but I consider the Red Pill to be primarily, not solely, but mostly about men being men, focused on being men, focusing on themselves, on improving themselves, on being the best version of themselves. Because before you do anything else, you should be focused on you and setting up yourself for your life, being the best version of yourself that you can be. And somebody just shot me. Oh my goodness, this is so... Look at... What an asshole. He didn't even announce his presence. Hard stone. This is where you can farm items if you'd like. You can go in and out of that archstone right back there and just kill all these guys. Right now, I can one-shot them even with a one-handed R1 and pick up hardstone and sharpstone, I believe. Although at this point, I need large chunks or whatever. But if you need the smaller ones, these guys are the way to go. Just run around here and get them all. We're seeing a little bit of slowdown. That's not a big deal. And some half-moon grass. All right. Boundaries, guys. We talked last time about boundaries and what they are and what they're for. Boundaries set limitations on what other people are allowed to do around and to you. Now, you may be thinking, well, wait a minute, Fox. You can't control the behavior of other people, can you? Well, no, but yes. Now, when we say control, we're not talking about some negative... Wait, you know, it just occurred to me. Are there treasure chests in Demon's Souls? Do you open up chests in this game? I've never thought about it before, but I can't think of... Now, maybe I'm crazy, but I can't think of an instance where you open a treasure chest in this game. Well, okay, I'll keep an eye out for them. By the way, we're playing on the PC. No, there's no PC version of Demon's Souls, unfortunately. I wish there were. We are playing on RPCS3. Excuse me. A PlayStation 3 emulator. The emulator is far from perfect. One of the biggest issues is that it just doesn't run as well as it should. And many games do not run at all or are heavily bugged and glitched. Boundaries set up limitations for other people. You can't directly control other people's behavior, but you can set up what you tolerate. So obviously, there's a clear warning. You see these bodies right here, and it's like a clear indicator to you where the dragon's coming from. This is actually, I believe, a safe spot. Nope, it's not. Let's try this. Crescent moongrass, really now? That is the first spot where you start getting burned. So this should be a safe spot. We'll find out. Yeah. So what you want to do is run and follow the dragon. And that's the safest way to go. I don't know if you can make the entire run from here after the dragon leaves. But as long as you generally follow the dragon in, you should be okay. Just keep running. Don't stop for nothing, folks. By the way, the fire will hit you in areas where it doesn't appear like it would, like where I was standing back there. So just be careful. The hitboxes aren't always clear. We're gonna go up here and fight these douchebags. You'll see why they're douchebags in a minute here. Because they poke at you from behind a shield, which is just the wuss way to do it, you know what I mean? Now, these guys are a little bit tougher than their counterparts in the first area, and that's how it should be. I almost forgot about these guys. Oh, shoot. By the way, if you want to take the time to do it, you can actually target and shoot the dragon from here, and I think you could probably kill him. I can't remember. Excuse me. This one's like the Hellkite Drake. It really is reminiscent of the Hellkite Drake from Dark Souls. He goes through a pattern, and I believe once you start going forward, he'll switch to the next area, and then you can go back and get items in that previous area. You can also travel underneath, which is much, much safer than above ground where the dragon is going to burn your face off. I'm trying to see if the dragon will come this way. There we go. And now I get all the credit. 105 souls for what that's worth, guys. Ain't worth shit. Oh, he went back there. So let's go up here. Let's see if we can get him to come around. Okay, now we've got him to come around right there. We'll grab this item. And I think that other item's going to be the toughest one to get. I don't remember how to get it safely. I don't think I can get this safely. Darn it. Oh no. This is going to be cutting it close. We made it. It's the winged spear. Actually, a good spear, if you're into spears, by the way. I'm not, at least not in this playthrough. I mean, we might switch it up a bit. I think we could probably play around with the spear because, yeah, it's similar in that it's kind of a quality weapon, not entirely. But the longsword is becoming less of a quality weapon as we upgrade it. I forgot. That does happen, doesn't it? As you upgrade, it changes the focus, because I thought it was D and D, now it's D and E. So this is more of a strength weapon, this is more of a dex weapon, but neither one relies heavily one way or the other. It's not like you have an A scaling, or even a B scaling, or even a C scaling. Similar scaling in both dex and strength is what we call a quality weapon. I hear dogs. I don't like dogs, they're dangerous. Boundaries. Boundaries set limitations. You are able to use boundaries to essentially control what people do around you by your response. Now, do you directly control people? Obviously not, but the means to that control is by what you tolerate, what you allow. So say, for example, you're on the phone with your mom, and your mom starts talking to you and criticizing you over something that you've kind of spelled out to her is not open to negotiation. You're like, this is not open to debate, this is something I'm doing in my life, I'm not going to discuss it. When you say you're not going to discuss it, the way you enforce that boundary is you don't discuss it. We discussed this last time. Okay? The most important thing you can do when it comes to setting a boundary is your action, or specifically your inaction. If you say, I'm not going to discuss this, then the number one thing you need to do at that point is absolutely not discuss it. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You don't talk about why you're not going to discuss it. You don't debate why you're not going to discuss it. You don't discuss with them why you're not going to discuss it. You just don't. So let's say, excuse me, your mom is on the phone with you saying, you need to marry that woman. You've been dating her for 6 years and you're not married yet. How come you haven't given me any kids? Now, my mother never did this. I never had to put up with this, but I've heard about it from a lot of people. Dark moongrass. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay. Enough Tim Allen. What you do now with that boundary setting is you would say something like this, and you don't have to be rude with boundaries unless the person is extremely flagrantly abusing your boundary lines. You say, okay, I love you, Mom, but like I said, I'm not going to talk about it. She keeps talking about it. You say, Mom, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. And then you hang up. You don't say, F you, Mom, or you don't get unnecessarily rude with any, especially your mom. I mean, She changed your freaking diapers, man. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can only say so much to your mom. But when it comes to other people, a friend, like maybe there's a guy friend that makes inappropriate jokes about your girl. You want to be careful with that because you don't want to seem like you're a white knighting for your girlfriend. But maybe it's a guy friend that inappropriately brings something up that you don't want being brought up. Like there's something from your past that you've left behind. You know, you got to set those boundaries. If you tell him, look, dude, I know you're just goofing around, but that's something I really need to leave in my past. I don't want it being brought up. And he brings it up again. You say, you know what? I told you. That's not cool. I'm out. You walk away from that situation. You stop calling him. You kind of cut off contact for a bit. You wait until he calls you and apologizes. And if he never does, then that's an indicator of what's going on there. See? My gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 doggos. But were they good boys? That's the question. Now, you may be thinking, of course they're not good boys. They attacked me. What? No. Oh, whew. Just because the dogs attacked you doesn't mean they're not good boys. Maybe their understanding was that the good thing was to attack you. Maybe they're serving their master. You ever thought about that? So they could have been good boys in their own right. Just not for you. There should be a merchant back here. Well, hello. By the way, if you want a longsword, you can get one from him. You can also get a short spear, club, a light crossbow, a wooden shield, sword shield, slave shield, broadsword, a claymore. Whew, okay, the claymore is a great weapon, guys. I believe, yeah, it is actually a quality weapon. I think the plate set's here, too. I like the fluted set, just looks cooler. I think turpentine, that's what he sells as well, if you want that. We should buy the claymore. Now we're gonna have to burn some souls for it, which kind of sucks, but you know. Actually, the gray demon soul, let's use one of them. We got 2. Oh shit. I already had 6,000. Oh, that's fine. There's more stuff we can buy from him. The claymore. You know what they say, you can play more with the claymore. Couples that play together stay together. No, that's actually true. At some point, we should do a lesson on topics of sex, sexuality, and intimacy, but the problem is I feel like YouTube's going to flag the hell out of that video, you know what I mean? Why late moon grass is up above crescent moon grass is beyond me, but we're going to buy a whole bunch of it. He sells it for 30% cheaper, 33.3333333% cheaper than the blacksmith in the Nexus, whose name I can't remember. Gosh, I can't remember it. Sorry, guys, I forget the terms for these characters. There's an item behind him. I don't know how to get to it. It might be locked out based on the tendency of the world, so we'll see. This is a semi-hidden area because you had to break that wooden area to see that there's a staircase there. We'll come up and see what we got. How about that? What do we got, y'all? Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Are you looking? I mean, really. Let's go get these punks. See, these assholes want to hit you with crossbows from a distance. The short bow, that's right. You can make a run for this area early on, because this area is unlocked as soon as you finish the first area of the game. You have to go Boletaria 1-1 first. This is Boletaria 1-2, and it's available immediately after that. 62 Crescent Moongrass. Woo, boy! I like that. You can get up to 99 of them things and put them in your inventory, by the way. Don't know why I threw a little southern accent in there, but I did, y'all. Pick up nothing. Absolutely nothing. That was lame. By the way, see how I can destroy that? The dragon's breath destroys everything that can be destroyed. So if something is not destroyed at the edge of the breath, that means the breath is not hitting it. That means that's a safe area. But be careful how close you get. By the way, you can come back here after the dragon is gone and just loot to your heart's content. You don't have to worry about getting hit. And that's probably a good idea. This is not the boss, so don't worry about that. This is not the boss. When you set boundaries, you have to enforce them through action or inaction. And what I mean by that is what you don't do. And not hanging out with someone, not talking to someone, that's a way to enforce a boundary. When we talk about boundaries when it comes to the red pill, oftentimes we're talking about boundaries with women, specifically a girlfriend or wife. You do have to set these boundaries. You do have to be very firm with them. It is not about the man being superior and knowing everything. It is about you having standards. Darn it. It's about you having standards for yourself, standards that you set. Ah, shit. I got hit. I didn't realize that wasn't a safe space. It wasn't a safe space. I need a safe space. Because I'm a snowflake, I melt in the heat. What the come on now. Not even close. Remember I told you that sometimes you get hit by the fire even though you're nowhere near it? That fire does not appear until well beyond that wagon right there. And yet you're getting hit a quarter mile behind the wagon. That's some nonsense. That ain't right. That ought not to be. Well, clearly it's not hitting these guys because they're alive. Okay, this guy right here isn't too tough. Oh, you can't parry a shield bash. I don't know why I tried to parry a shield bash. That was me being stupid. They do heal, I believe, so just be aware of that. And I want that item right there, even though I'm being shot at. I'm amazed that it's rendering at near 60 FPS here. I mean, there is a bit of a drop, but it's not much. So that's pretty cool, considering. There we go. I would love to try to parry him, but I think the parry timings are being thrown off. But let's try. There we go. One-shot kill. Alright, next up is the boss, guys. This game has ads with quite a few of the bosses. This is a boss that has ads. You want to run around and kill a lot of the additional enemies. Yeah, we don't have that key. I think you have to go beyond the boss to get that key, if I'm not mistaken, and come back. Although I don't recall. Maybe not. Oh, shit. I was hearing him and not even realizing it. Okay. We got very lucky, guys. We got very lucky we were able to get him in time. I always feel like you can turn this thing, right? But not here. I spent so much time the first time I played this game trying to figure out where the switch was for that right there. And it's not there. Excuse me. Oh, let's go get them first. So we don't get shot in the back. Done. When you set boundaries, it is more about what you do than what you say. You shouldn't be greatly concerned with your words, although words are important. Actions are more important than words, always. That includes her and what she does. That includes you and what you do. Don't get caught up on words. One of the key things about intergender dynamics, one of the key things about it is you need to look at what she does, not what she says. Now, that doesn't mean you completely ignore all of her words 100%. What it means is that if she says, "No, I love you, I care about you so much, you're the only one for me," but yet you catch her with a guy, another guy, for the second time, gosh, please don't tell me there is a second time, guys. First time, and you should be out. But let's say you gave her another chance because you really believed her. But now she's, you know, messing around with another guy for the second time. Okay, so her words about how you're the only one for her obviously are not true. If you were the only one for her, she wouldn't be with another dude, right? And this also applies to men, of course. You know, men do this to women. Men lie to women. That's already up, so there's no reason to get it. Okay. When a man tells a woman, "Baby, you're the only one for me," but she catches him with another woman for the second time, third time, obviously his words are not the truth. His actions are the truth. So again, if you're wondering about a woman, like, is she really interested in me? Does she want me? Look at what she does. Her actions reveal her intent and her desire. So if she says she really cares about you and you're really important to her, but she's never making time for you and she's with other guys, You're her orbiter. She's keeping you around as a backup plan. And one thing you never, ever, ever want to be for a woman is her backup plan. Don't be a woman's backup plan, guys. Why did I have the clean ring on this whole time? I don't know. Waste of a ring spot. But, we'll probably... Oh, flame resistance would have been useful. Right? Against bleed. Some of these are very situational. We're going to use the regenerator's ring just because it heals a lot. It is a very useful ring. Oh my gosh, it's very useful. This is a really cool boss fight. I think it looks cool as well. Oh, please tell me that we're not going to get that stupid Okay. I was starting to get worried there because in the cutscene you could see the sunlight shining through. We had that problem before where I had to adjust the settings on the emulator, otherwise the sun was just... Oh, by the way, notice that the camera pulls out. It pulls out much farther than usual here. That's a setting in the game. Yeah, be aware that even if his spear attack hits something, it can still hit you through it. Watch. If I'd been standing right here, it probably would have hit me. Just because it collides with something doesn't mean it won't still hit you. It's got a little AoE on it. I stay for just a second to watch these guys because they can drop items. I mean, nothing absolutely critical at this point, but grass, you want grass. It's always useful to have more grass up until 99, and you can store 99. No, you can store 999, maybe? And you can carry 99 on you. It's always nice to have the maximum amount of grass, but to get that, you either need to farm it, or farm souls, or spend lots and lots of souls on grass, purchasing grass. Of course, after the boss is dead, you can go pick up items that these guys drop, so don't worry about running around and collecting dropped items if you're worried you're going to get hit. Oh! Oh, timing on that was really close. Almost got hit. Okay. Now I'm going to grab this item even though I just told you not to worry about it. Okay, here's the secret to this guy. Be careful about that shield. It has a wide radius of attack. Much wider than it looks. You want to attack each foot until you get that visual right there. Oh, shit. That did very little damage to me because I'm leveled up and have armor on. Stay clear of that shield, guys. It will hit you all around. Trust me. Oh, shit. I did exactly what I told you guys not to do. I got right up on that shield. There we go. And make sure you run over to where his head's going to be, but be careful. He can land on you and damage you. So don't be directly under him. If you're leveled up and you've upgraded your weapon, you should be able to kill him on his first fall. You won't have to drop him again. It does make it look like this has something in there, but if you look, there's nothing. And if you go over here and look, it's an immediate dead end. So there's really no reason to have those there. They're just for looks. All right. Interestingly enough, up here, you'll notice a fog wall. So if you come up here, you can't get through it. Basically, Boletaria is where everything ends in this game. Boletaria is the main area. This kind of castle type area. You cannot continue forward until you've defeated one or I can't remember if it's just one of the other major bosses or you've cleared out all the other major bosses. You cannot complete Boletaria until you've completed the rest of the game. It is the most critical area. But it's probably recommended to go here first. Or at least one of the first areas. I waited until the end. I'm doing the rounds. Doing each area one at a time. Each archstone I'm doing one. Like I did this one, then that one, then that one, then that one, then that one, then this one. But this has some of the upgrade materials you need. And if you really, really want upgrade materials, then let me see what it's called over here, so I don't call it the mining area and the cave area. Stonefang Tunnel. That has lots of upgrade materials. We are gonna upgrade longsword. Nope, still need more hardstone. Large hardstone shards. In shard of hardstone. Hmm. I don't know if we're going to actually switch to the Claymore. I did buy one just in case I get bored and decide to go with a new one. Let's deposit everything that we're not going to need over here. Including for now the Claymore. We're going to keep the compound short bow in the light crossbow, although that will add quite a bit of weight to our total inventory. We picked up no armor in that entire playthrough segment, interestingly enough. Heals user from poison. We probably won't need all 12, so we'll deposit 6. We'll deposit 4 of those. I don't use those very often. Plague, I do want. We're going to get rid of all those because I don't use any magic. And they do have a little bit of weight, so it's just kind of wasted. These are like humanities, by the way, guys. These restore you to soul form. I don't need... Let's see. Let's transfer over 10. I just have 2 on us. Because they do have weight. Shard of Archstone sends the user back to the Nexus. We'll keep 1 on us. Augite of Guidance, I don't really use those. Soul Remains do have weight. But I'll hang on to them for now because they're just very, very, very little weight. Throwing knives will keep a few on us. Fortunately, the souls don't have weight, so you can keep them on you at all times. These have weight, so there's a penalty for carrying too many of them. But let's go ahead and level first. Soul power. We've got the endurance we need. Let's see how strength benefits us. Yeah, like that. Alright, we only got 1 level out of that. That whole area, and we got 1 level out of it. Let's repair everything that needs to be repaired. Because you can find your stuff breaking in this game. That's not a good thing. So, examples of boundaries, right? We talked about a couple before. I'll go through the 2. I think we only talked about 2, really. So there's 2 main boundaries we want to be looking at. Boundaries with you and what she does with you, and boundaries with what she does with other people. Almost all the boundaries come down to those 2 things. Not 100% all of them, but most of them come down to those 2 things. So the other one would be maybe finances, but that would kind of be a boundary with you, perhaps. Now, you do want to consider having boundaries that you set. Arrows, that's what I want to buy. Let's buy 100 arrows on the dot. How about that? You want to have boundaries with what she can do, even to some extent with her own money. Now, that may seem strange. Like, if she's got her own job and her own money, what does it matter to you what she does with it, right? Well, you're going to notice something. If a woman is bad spending her own money, do you want to link up your life with hers? Do you want to combine your finances with hers? If she's bad with her money, who else's money is she going to be bad with? I'm just seeing if he gives us anything. I can't remember. I don't think so. Exhausting the conversations. I'm pretty sure he doesn't give us anything, but I'll exhaust conversations here as well, just in case. Sometimes you can get stuff from people just by talking to them. This guy already gave us the ring we wanted, and I don't think he does anything else here. Okay. And then there's a couple more NPCs over here. Let's go talk to this guy. Okay. And this guy... I don't know who this guy is. Oh well, whatever. We're not worried about magic in this. Now, we could add magic. I just don't want to waste any soul levels on magic. But there are a couple useful spells you can throw on a character without investing too much into faith or intelligence. Alright, well, I'm looking forward to this level. Not because I like the level so much, but just because I'm hoping to get some upgrade materials for my weapon. Spending limits, finances, you gotta set limits on that. The more you two are kind of united together, this is kind of a trick to follow this lizard. He's gonna run off and give you a little bit of... Golly, stupid. That lock-on can be a bitch sometimes. And got him. Okay. You want to be careful because you can... Oh, shit. Ugh. He can run you in there in the middle of that garbage right there that you just saw. Now, that attack won't do much, but if you look at how much it does with that stab, like we talked about before, and I forgot about this guy behind me, you need to be careful. The ones with the pickaxes do massive amounts of damage versus the other ones that do very, well, relatively little comparatively. So be careful about the pickaxe guys more than anyone. These guys with the sacks will give you lots of upgrade materials when you kill them, guaranteed. But it does seem to be somewhat random what they give you. When you have lots of crescent moongrass, you don't worry about healing as much. And run by these things and then run away really quickly. It's a good spot early on that warns you about the exploding crap, and that allows you to decide at that point, if you take massive damage from it, you can just run back to the starting area, to the archstone, and, you know, that'll heal you up fully. Be careful of this, because it's coming at you, so you want to be careful exactly where you activate it. There we go. You can also just run past it, and I think that works, though it's been quite a while. So the activities she does with other men, her interactions with other men, her relationships with other men are a huge indicator on whether or not you want to be involved with her. So you want to be extremely careful about women that keep their exes around. This means that they don't want to limit themselves. That may sound like not such a bad thing, but what it means is that she's not fully committed to you. If she's keeping the exes around, if she's keeping them in contact, she's not fully committed to you. She's just not. Because if she were fully committed to you, she wouldn't have her exes hanging around her. She wouldn't have men orbiting around her. She wouldn't keep them close by. That's just, you know, she wouldn't do that, okay? So, by keeping those exes around, she indicates to you her intent to possibly one day get back together with one or more of them. And now you may be thinking, well, you know, Fox, she's just kind of friendly like that. She likes to stay friends with everyone. She doesn't want to burn her bridges and blah, blah, blah. And, well, you know, understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that she should be enemies with her exes. Like, they should be, you know, death-defying enemies of each other. But what I am saying is that she should not be keeping in regular contact with them. She shouldn't be talking to them. You don't want them being best buddies on Facebook and all that jazz. I'm getting lucky here. I'm actually getting these lizards for once. She shouldn't be Snapchatting them on a regular basis. She shouldn't be sending them photos of herself. Oh, I forgot about those worms. Those asshole worms. By the way, the worms are fairly easy to kill with a bow or a crossbow. If you hit them right there in the center, you do a massive amount of damage versus if you hit them in the body, not so much. Yeah, see right there, that was a body shot. You got to try to time it so that you're hitting them right in whatever that center is. It's hard to time it when they're in this attack pattern. Jeez, okay. That's why we'll probably need to use the bow in this case. Oh, you need to equip those arrows. That's right. Use regular arrows. Don't waste your heavy arrows on this crap. Look at where... Yeah, right there. See? Done. Oh, look, we can fast roll with the bow still equipped. I like very much. I like that. Post on Facebook. All right. 1, 2, 3. That's how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Stone Fang Tunnel sandworm. You do not want her hanging out with other men. That could possibly be a romantic option for her. If she goes to meet with her supervisor from work and this is like a normal thing. Like supervisors at this place do meet up with employees. Like even, you know, some jobs, they sort of blur the personal and the private. So you have to be careful with those. But let's say that she goes to grab lunch with a coworker, a female coworker. Okay, fine. And assuming she's not bisexual or something and interested in her. No problem. Well, let's say she goes to meet a coworker for lunch. You're like, oh, okay, that's fine. Well, it turns out she's meeting up. Let's say she's 28. Her coworker is 32 and male. She meets up with him for lunch once or twice a week. Just the two of them. They go, you know, just down the street from where they work and grab lunch at some place, right? Should you be concerned about that? Yeah, absolutely. Should you come off as whiny and scared and jealous and angry? No. But you should set a boundary that, you know what? No, you can't do that. That looks bad. It looks like a date. You're hanging out with a guy around your own age that you could be dating. It's just, I don't think it's a good idea. I wouldn't do that with another woman because we are exclusive. I wouldn't do that to you with another woman. Now, granted, beware. If you guys are not exclusive, you can't set those boundaries. Those are boundaries for exclusive couples only. Those are not boundaries for, you know, I just met this girl, we dated once. Okay? So that you should be aware of the difference there. If you just met a girl, you dated once or twice, you're not exclusive. You haven't talked about it. Now, if you met a girl, you've dated for 2 or 3 weeks, you guys have talked about being exclusive, you're exclusive. Yeah, this is dangerous here. I'm gonna have to be careful with this. Just to do a massive amount of damage, I need this attack that leaves me open for a bit. There we go. With just one, I'm fine. Did any of them drop anything for me? No, of course not. And is this the sack dude? Nope. No sack dude. Break that for no reason. Assuming you're exclusive, you gotta set your foot down on that kind of stuff. Now, excuse me. If she's meeting co-workers for lunch, it looks like, yeah, I'm supposed to go the other way. This is the way that you can go, but I've always found it to be very risky jumps. I think it's the fastest way to get through here, but I end up dying half the time, so I don't know if it's quite worth it. No. Alright, back the other way. Retreat! Let's say she meets up with a group of coworkers. 2 or 3 guys, a girl or 2. They usually just meet up together for lunch. Well, one day, they're trying to organize this lunch, and circumstances end up where it's just her and this other guy. One time. She kind of can't... You know, she ended up already there, and the other people were planning to come but bailed at the last minute. That might be understandable that she ended up not feeling comfortable just getting up and walking off on the guy. Like, when he ends up being the only one who shows up. Because, yeah, I could see where she might feel like it'd be rude for her to just be like, oh, no, I can't eat here with you, stand up and walk off. A lot of women don't want to do that. So maybe she kind of gives into that social pressure and stays there. But she keeps it very professional, doesn't do anything questionable. You know, they don't talk about their personal lives. They just talk about work. As soon as they're done eating, they leave, and it's done. That's understandable. But, you know, you would hope that she would have the standards to say, oh, you know, I just don't want to eat alone with it. You know, I hope you understand. It would send a strong message. It might be perceived as a bit rude, but at the same time, she would send a very strong message. So if that coworker, that guy who's around her own age, was ever interested in her, she has very clearly communicated, I'm not interested in you in that way. At least not at that time. That's a powerful statement that a woman can make. Because you think about it, if you're interested in this girl at work, right? And you guys sometimes go out to eat with other people, and it's like a group setting. Hello? Oh, shoot. Then you think about that, right? You're interested in her. You guys have eaten together a few times. Well, this one time, you kind of just coincidentally end up just the two of you. and she says, "Oh, well, I'm sorry. You know, I'm going to change my plans here. I don't really feel comfortable. Just the two of us eating. I hope you understand." What message would that send to you as a guy? Guys, think about that. That would be a very powerful shutdown, wouldn't it? You would know instantly, you know what? She is... Hello? You would know instantly, hey, this chick is definitely not interested in me. She wouldn't be on your horizon anymore as an option, hopefully. Although some guys are dense, man. Some guys are dense. They've been misled by a sort of like Disney-esque approach to romance. They think that the solution to getting to a woman's heart is to just try harder and harder and try more and more and push, and not realize that isn't the way to a woman's heart. That's just freaking creepy. You know, that's how you harass a woman. That's how you get in trouble. Because, you know, that's not romantic. That's pretty much freaking harassment, you know? But some guys, you know, they've been misled into believing that that's the secret, you know? The way to a woman's heart is just keep pushing and pushing, even when she says no. Even when she clearly says no. Okay, these guys are a little tricky. They can do a lot of damage, so we want to be careful. And there's a little bit of area just outside the attack range when they slam down that can stun you like that. You notice that? But it does very little actual damage. It's just a pain in the ass when you're trying to roll out of it. Okay, and oh shit. I couldn't see because that camera, like I told you guys, camera loves to block your view in this game. I guess that was worth fighting for. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to tell exactly where these lizards will start running off on you. No, not there. Oh, come on now. That's bullshit. Remember I told you some of these lizards could be real bullshit? Oh. All those lizards, I basically only got one. You can actually keep coming back here, reloading the area, and some of them will respawn. I think eventually, I think they all respawn until you kill them. So I think you get enough chances, you know, to keep going until you've killed them all, but you got to reload the area. I don't think those black phantoms actually... They're called black phantoms. They look red. I don't think they respawn. That would be a pain in the ass if they did, obviously. Hello? There we go. So you set boundaries. That's a very important one, because these young women nowadays, millennials and younger, like, they get... I'm a little bit older. No, it's not cool just to hang out with other guys if a woman, and for guys to hang out with other chicks around their own age. Everyone thinks they're cool and it's okay and they can do it and it won't affect them and they're not going to cheat and they're not going to fall for... So that's what everyone thinks until they end up cheating. Everyone thinks it doesn't apply to them. Everyone thinks that they're not affected by advertising. They won't get cancer. It won't happen to me. I won't get in a car accident. It won't happen to me. Everyone thinks it won't happen to them until it does. So I think the important message here is, don't assume that you're safe. Wait, hang on. I came down this way, right? Let's go back up real quick. We've got to figure out where to go. Some other boundaries. If you're married and have children, that situation creates unique boundaries that don't apply to younger men, dating men, even just long-term relationship men. For example, the children. Guys, let me be really clear about something, and this is going to cause a lot of issues, but she is not in charge of the kids, okay? Let me make sure I fully explore down below. The mother is not in charge of the children. Now, if you guys are not married, then depending on state law, yeah, she might have full custody absent a marriage, so you need to get custody and some degree of decision-making authority through the courts. You need to go to court and get that written and signed by a judge so that if she denies you access to your children, you can ideally get her punished for that somehow, up to and including jail time. And yes, you should push for that. If she's denying you access to your kids, you want to push as hard as you can to get that addressed. Women do not have sole authority and charge over their children. It's just, no. We need to stop acting like they do. We need to stop treating them like they do. If you're married, in most states that I'm familiar with, you have equal access and rights to your children. She is not primary. She is not the sole authority. She does not make all the decisions. The kids don't automatically go with her if you guys split up. No. Now talk to a lawyer just to be sure. But in most states, you have equal rights to them. There is no default woman gets the kids. You definitely want to talk to a lawyer though if you guys are about to split up, just to make sure you're on safe ground. And you know what's going on, and you don't do anything that could possibly get you in trouble in terms of looking bad in front of a judge or violating some law that you're not aware of. But you need to make decisions for your kids. If she says, well, I don't want the kids going to martial arts because blah, 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 blah. I don't want my son because he's going to get hurt. That doesn't mean it's over. That's not the decision-making end of the story there, okay? Don't think that she makes all those decisions. That's it. Well, mom said you can't do it. Uh-oh. He's gotten stuck. I don't know if that was specifically an emulator issue or if that was just the game. Because I think in the game they do get stuck like that sometimes. Okay. These guys have a lot of armor, so that's the problem with them. I think they're weak to magic. I just don't remember. I don't remember. I think they're weak to magic. Dragonstone. Not that we need that. Dragonstone, by the way, is the fire upgrade material. Which removes the scaling, of course. 65. Not see how much damage this does. 40? 40? Nah, not that much more, so probably not necessarily worth it. They have this little thing where they stick their tongue out. Be careful. 16? That's a waste of my arrows. Oh, shit. There we go. Do we have the regenerators ring on? Yes, we do. Okay, we'll let that take effect instead of burning our grass. And yeah, if you're willing to do it, guys, if you're patient enough, just leave the regenerators ring on. Dang. Okay, let's... it's taking a while. You can separately target the body and the face thingy. Yeah, much more worth it to just shoot them. They have a ton of armor on their body. Okay, so it says we don't have the weight for it. I don't want to put on a different ring. So no, there's no armor we can dump, unfortunately. Any weapons we can dump that we don't care about? Nope. Dang. You know what it might be? It might be that we have just so many arrows and bolts and other crap. I almost hate to do it, but I don't need Dragonstone, you know? One of the problems is you can't tell what something is until you pick it up, which is a pain in the butt. Does it say what this does? A chunk of crystallite, high quality weapons. Whose sheer power can bludgeon foes. We don't need Greystone. Let's drop that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's poetic. We dropped the Greystone so we can pick up more Greystone. Well, now we know what it is. No, we don't need that crap. I mean, I want all of it, but ideally I don't think I'm going to make any use out of it. Hey, look, it's Patches. By the way, if you've ever played Dark Souls, you'll recognize Patches. Dark Souls 2? Was he in Dark Souls 2? Oh. See? You see that? You see that bullshit? Hitboxes, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Does he blow up or something at some point? I think he does, doesn't he? See how much, we're gonna waste so much durability on this asshole. There's gotta be a better way to do this. I'm pretty sure fire is not gonna do a lot of damage to him. I hate to use this shit, but whatever. Let's see what this does. Come on. Nah, we wasted it. Damn. It's better than nothing, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe better not to drain the stamina all the way. I don't know. It's doing something, but not much. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! 1, 2, 3. Birth control is also a boundary. For those that don't know, you need to be in control of that, guys. Do not trust her with the birth control. Do not trust her with the birth control. Do not trust her with the birth control. So. Ooh, that did a lot more damage to them. Not a ton more, but enough. Where'd he go? Right there? Okay. Never, ever, ever trust a woman with birth control. Because if she decides at some point that she wants a baby, even if you guys have talked at length about how you don't want any children, she will not, even for so many women, not even for a second, will hesitate to deceive you. It's what we refer to it in the red pill community as paternity fraud. This is where a woman commits a fraudulent deception on the man, pretends to be on birth control or pretends to, to be doing something like that, and then, yeah, that's a pain in the butt. And then, like, she secretly goes off it, but she won't tell you, and then she'll get pregnant. She'll be like, oh, well, there was always, like, this small 1% chance of getting pregnant. Yeah, well, that 1% chance of getting pregnant on birth control goes way up when you don't freaking use the birth control, Whoop. I only knew you could do that because I've done it before. Dark heater shield. I don't know why you'd want a shield to be dark, but what? Talk to who? Oh, that guy. I didn't even see him there. Crescent moon grass, large hardstone shard, large sharpstone shard. Too bad you can't sell shit, huh? Look at this. Look at this jerk flying up to try to harass us. Oh, that does almost nothing. That's terrible. I really feel like these things don't need wings. You know what I mean? They don't need wings. Nobody needed to put wings on them. I don't know why they had wings. Oh, they're not going to come over here, are they? They're just gonna hang out there and annoy me with their buzzing sound, huh? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. You think I'm going to hit you there so I can fall over? Well, we can tell from that item right there, having tried to pick it up, that it's some sort of upgrade material. Yeah, come on. Come over here so I can smash your face in with this sword. Alright, there we go. Didn't drop anything, good. I don't need to risk my life to pick it up. Oh, that's something. Get it? Okay. If you try to pick it up before they fall off, it'll stay where you tried to pick it up and it won't fall off anymore. So that's the good news. So, but if they drop something and you don't try to pick it up and the body goes off the ledge like that right there, it's gone. It's gone, bro. By the way, you're safe trying to attack them if you're like right here, because you can't fall off the edge. with a fence between you. Come over this way. By the way, you can hit that merchant, so just be aware. If you're not careful, you'll end up hitting that merchant. Oh, smashed him in the face, punk. It's just such a waste of time, isn't it? I don't need anything these guys drop. It just sucks that you can't tell what it is until you drop something to pick it up. I forgot they do land, too. Anyway, boundary setting, guys. One of the other boundaries is how she talks about you. You got to set very firm boundaries on that. If she bitches and moans to all her friends and family about you, or bitches to your friends and family about you, you set up a boundary. You say, look, if we got a problem, you got an issue with me, you talk to me about it, but if you want to go and complain to my family or friends about it, you're going to do that as my ex. If you're going to be bitching and moaning about me behind my back, it's going to be as my ex. Because I don't date girls that bitch and moan about me to other people. If we have problems, we deal with them ourselves. We don't go outside this relationship and bitch and moan to other people and tell them how horrible we each are. We don't do that here. You set that boundary, and if it happens again, you cut her off. You cut off communication. You tell her, look, I told you, you didn't want to roll with that. You got your own standard. That's fine, but we're not doing it. I'm not doing it. That is too risky to hit that guy. I'm going to end up killing that merchant by mistake, so... Let me see if I can buy another... Oh, we can't get a large shard? Why not? Oh, because we have too much weight on us. Let's see if we can drop something... What's that dark heater shield at in terms of stability? Stability on the dark heater shield is... We're about at the end of this episode, so we're not going to finish this. Guard break on that is 53. Guard break on mine is 60. So, unfortunately, we're going to probably just drop that heater shield. Let's go do it over here so it's not on top of our other items. Yeah, we just have too much shit on us. Dragonstone, not really what we need. Dragonstone, okay. Well, we'll see if we can buy this. If not, we'll dump the Dragonstone. I can't remember if we need those, but we're going to buy two just in case. Oh, shit. Oh, he got us. He got us! Barely can get him. It has to be just the right... What? Oh, I was going to say, did he fall? I guess we can kind of get him that way. It's risky, though. I mean, I'm getting really close to the ledge and right next to that merchant. As long as we can repeat. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah, just two more. Two more. Oh, of course. Of course. Of course. There we go. That worked. That worked out in our favor. One more on that guy. We won't get the item he drops, but whatever. Okay. That was kind of a mess, wasn't it now? Let's see. Should we go this way or the other way? Well, this way we haven't gone yet because I like to break all this stuff just to help me know where I've been. So when most of the stuff is broken in an area, that's how I know I've already been there. That's my indicator to me. Oh. And done. Oh, it's so much easier with that, guys, than trying to hit him manually. I don't know what they drop, but let's go ahead and dump our... let's see. I don't think we can sell those, so... What is this? Greystone. Had to make room for other stuff, though, guys. That's the one thing about this area. You will get so much. It's a good idea to run in, clear out the initial area of all those tough dudes, the miner with the bags, all that stuff, and then run back to the Archstone and just store everything with Stockpile Thomas. Got him. Other boundaries you can set, guys. other than the kids, what activities the kids do, how the kids dress, you know, what the kids do for school, how her parents and family treat you. If her parents and family treat you like crap, you have to put your foot down and say that, you know, you got to let them know that's not okay. And if they keep doing that, then you know, that has to be addressed. I had an ex where her parents pretty much treated me like garbage, sort of. I mean, it was a mixed, weird kind of relationship that I had with her parents, and she was really weak. She was really kind of docile, and she would let them just do whatever they wanted. She would let her parents kind of control her. If her parents are controlling her, you don't want anything to do with her, because you are essentially dating her parents. Her parents would tell her what to do, what to think, what to say, and she will, for the most part, just do it and think it and say it. You don't want anything to do with that nonsense. All right, guys, we're just at this point where we got to call it. Sorry. Second round of boundary talk. We'll probably get a little more into boundaries and some other topics on the next one. We'll finish up the boundary discussion with some discussion of male shaming tactics, which we talked about in a Dark Souls playthrough episode, but worth re-mentioning. Re-mention? I don't know if that's a word. I just made it up now. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Twitter is where I'm most active. Like the video if you like it, guys. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell icon and choose all notifications if you always want to be notified of my new videos. Leave your comments below, guys. Of course, I love to read them all. If you want to, if you have a personal question, you don't want to put it out publicly, you can direct message me on Twitter. My DMs are open, and I will respond eventually. Sometimes it may take 24 to 48 hours, but hopefully I get to you sooner rather than later. I'm Fox with FoxeoGames. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And remember, guys, make sure to maintain your frame. Later.